All right, continuing. I didn't see where he put his fucking mine. Where'd you put it?
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Reinhardt, don't you think it's time you hung it up? You're not getting any
Little bit modest. That's all right.
Stop the payload. Timing's overrated.
Already, this is very dangerous. I know it's a low SR, so you kind of gotta go where your team goes, but defending not on top of big Earls is a disadvantage. If no one's up top, reset. I would throw a trap over the wall, over this thing right now. Right, you're not getting challenged on the high ground, so dominate it. Was that a Reinhardt ult? It was. Fuck, that's a quick Reinhardt ult, man. Give that guy a medal. I would still start shooting. All this is what they talk about when Junkrat, they call it spam. You just haven't been looking at people, and you haven't been making good shots. Yeah. You should have just threw the trap over the edge, and then probably switched your spot.
Takes a licking, keeps on ticking.
EMP activated.
Yeah, that was a really quick Reinhardt ult. Okay, I was about to say you're within striking distance, start shooting. And the places to shoot, you can see the rock right here. No, sorry. The rock is like this. You want to place your shots right here, or you want to place your shots over this right there. And essentially it's going to hit this wall and bank this way, and you want to keep two really good places to always shoot at are the choke points that appear when a payload goes between essentially a wide point. It'll make two choke points to the left and to the right of it. These are very easily shot areas. See, I'd already start shooting down this one right there. Right, you want to, whenever there's usable space, also this trap was way too modest. Throw it over the edge. You just want to find a choke point and shoot in it. And the payload will usually make choke points to the left and right of it. Now, try not to just stay still. Something I would have done, I would probably ulted and put my body in the health pack, just in case you get shot. That's a better trap spot. What do I mean by too modest? I mean, it was too modest. Like, he could be more bold with his trap. The trap was up there, like, and everyone was fighting down here. The trap's not going to get anyone. He needed to be up more and throw it to be aggressive. I would have actually went for the Mercy, but hey, that works too. Good EMP. Strange. Oh, hit the guy in the trap. I think Reinhardt saved your guys' ass by ult. Ult! Yeah! This is gonna be a good ult, I feel it. That was a terrible ult. And I probably would have went for the Mercy. Try, whenever you tire, don't split the tanks. Unless your team is engaging on them directly. There you go. Those shots are really good. He messed them up, but... shooting below the billboards is always incredibly funny. Do I post these reviews on YouTube? Yes. Go after Mercy even though she just used her ult? I don't want to say she just used her ult. But she never died. And Mercy can get ult really quick in games like these. Also, stopping someone, a Mercy specifically. Essentially when you kill someone, you set them back for about 16 seconds. About the 6 to 8 second respawn time, and and counting them walking back. So instead of Mercy healing people and getting ult charge at whatever ludicrous rate she can get it, I think Mercy can get an ult every 20 to 30 seconds. Easily. Especially with the tanks they got. Get that Mercy. You can see her. There it is. It's one of Junkrat's Tire's biggest advantages is you can find that bitch that's hiding.
My servants never die.
Oh, let's break it. Damn!
So I would get across the street, or okay, this works. You have more options across the street though, and definitely trap down below. That's... Yeah, he's fucking around with the soldier too much. At this distance, soldier obviously at most distances, soldier has the advantage on you. He suffers fall off at 35 meters, which is very far. If you can, blind yourself towards the soldier so he can't hit you, and then start dealing with other people. There, your remote might concussive his ass. There you go. But yeah, definitely kill the Mercy. Almost always killing Mercy is insanely important. And since Mercy is more or less... I don't want to say she's ult dependent, but fuck, is she ult dependent? Yeah. If you can delay her ult by 16 seconds, every goddamn day of the week. Which also brings me to another point. Too many people think to win a team fight you have to kill the entire enemy team. That sucks. For a trap? Ah, she hit it when she was fortified. The truth is, to kill a team, you only need to kill one person if you take them out early enough. That's why I solo ult so many times. And also, you can remember throwing a concussive mine above the Reinhardt shield to finish him off. Yeah, his team was really weirdly out of position on the point too. But I mean, it's silver. Like, you just come to expect this stuff. That seemed awfully specific. Oh, he got a Mercy, I think, too. Oh, no. No, that's probably why he did it. He was probably looking to kill the Mercy. Now, I rarely ult from spawn. One, they can hear the ult coming and it loses its surprise value, which it's going to get destroyed. And two, if you're in spawn, you can't contest the point.
Greetings, only victory. Make defeat an impossibility in your mind.
A Mercy that's not alive enough to get her res doesn't do much right. Yeah, that's kind of true. Mercy has good healing, but if all she offers is damage boost, it's not the greatest. There you go. Now you can... Okay, there you go. Oh, get him. Throw the mine to the left. Oh, you should have had that way beforehand. Mercy's really going out there for her. The Roadhog. Good. Great. Great. Punch her. That's like a punch, sure. Be careful when depending on concussive mine to get away. D.Va can eat it up and you have no escape plan. Get out of there. Too many variables. So you'll see me do this often is when there's too many variables around, I will jump out and pretty much do this. I don't know if I'd do this, but I turn it around. Oh, we're killed Lucio. There you go. I essentially roll concussive mine up, and I'll just put all the enemies on one side of me, and then I fight them, you know, one by one. Perfect. He's doing work. He's doing work on this point one, finally. Get him. Yeah. Is that why Ana is seen as better? Yeah, Ana provides so much utility when she's not ulting. And her ult is just fucking, you know, frosting on the cake. Ana's abilities are so good. I would not favor... You know they're running a soldier. Get the hell out of here. Also, because they have a D.Va. It's very dangerous to be up here. Unless they forget about you. Trap. Oh, and you burnt your mobility. Yeah. Like, it wasn't a good concussive mine for damage, but it got him out of there. Also, as a Junkrat, just... Okay, there's the trap. I was about to say, start using your trap. Because that shit happens. You can't do that. I mean, I guess it works when you get a passive kill, but... Reinhardt takes 5 shots. You have 5 shots in your clip. If you use 2 or 3 on his shield and then run into him, you just do 240 damage to him and then you die. That's just silver. That wouldn't work in a normal game, but it works here. He's holding his resources, but I would definitely get a little bit in its face. Throw a concussive mine over there. Throw a trap over there. Definitely get in its face. The soldier's right above you. Oh, no, he's not. That must have been your own soldier. Soldier's still... Oh, yeah, he's still alive. Your soldier's... Their soldier's still alive back there. I like this guy's dedication to Bastion since it's silver. Bastion has a hard time against Junkrat if the Bastion's not that... if his team's not supporting him. Throw a trap. I was gonna say stay up high and throw a trap down. Okay, got a mercy.
All systems checked out.
My ultimate is charging.
This is okay. Yeah, get him. Yeah. That's some junk ratting. You gonna tire? Out tire. There you go. He hasn't thrown down a trap again. There it is. Not terrible, not bad. I mean, this is all good stuff. He's definitely causing chaos. He's manning up a little bit too much. Like this is just a little bit too much in the open for me. I like to hug corners. If you're going to get in someone's face, at least have an exit strategy of a corner and start like playing corner games. Okay, so I like this. He's spreading out, and this is what you have to do. Whenever you take a corner, so on this one, let's say your spawn's up here. The payload takes this route. Let's do yellow as the wall. All right, you got this one. There's that doorway there. Kind of goes like this. There's another doorway here. Trying to remember this all. That little sneaky path back there goes like this. Pickety pow. Kind of got like a pillar here. Pillar kind of here. I mean, you can get up on this stuff, but yeah, it's kind of like this. As the team, let's do pink. As the team is over here, what you want to do is you need to attack from essentially at least a strong front, right? You want to have a strong front going up. You don't want everyone to hug the inside or the outside or just main in general. Like once this corner opens up, then you need to take the alt paths. So that's why I like where he's at right now. Like he's right here, but he has constant options of harassing this way. Right? He has this entire side. This side gets this way, but that's a little roundabout. But yeah, this far path is definitely great as soon as you take it. He's holding his own. Again, trap is always a thing. I mean, he didn't really need to do that, but he still needs a trap. Get that, Winston. Okay. He got trapped there, which is fine. If someone respawns, that's a very high traffic area. He gets the mercy. Perfect. I think he did pretty well there. Again, see how he's standing in the middle? Again, I like to play corner games, so I would be over here. Constantly like ducking and weaving out of combat.
30 seconds remaining. Stop the payload.
He looks like he has trap there. Already, he should be redeploying the trap. Uh-oh, a Pharah. What do you do? I wonder what he's actually going to do. Yeah, get there. Get in there. Get, okay. Okay, that works.
30 seconds.
Someone's still fighting to your left, and he just kind of ignored it. Can you hit her? Can you hit her? No, you can't. This is where you trap. Good. Trap. Trap, please. Okay, there it is. That Pharah. She's a meanie. Now let's see if they're going to attack as a team. No, they're not. They're just going to jump on the cart. Okay. They got off the cart. Alright, so that's lucky. Sometimes your teammates, or your enemy, forgets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Times they forget about the cart.
3, 2, 1. Attack commence.
Alright, no one's being super cocky. So you have these angles available to you. Right here to bounce this way. This one to bounce this way. You can bounce this off that way.
My genius is fine.
These are all acceptable. He's going for a longer flank. Very risky in overtime because you have a minute 10. But if you get this good angle, throw a trap down because that guy could be following you. At least throw a trap down. Just there you go. Jesus Christ, he survived. I hear a Pharah. Is that yours? Okay. Kill him! So not bad. Just alt. Fuck it. Put it up there. Yep, there you go. So he wins. A little bit by luck because the team just left the point.
4 to 3.
But overall it wasn't terrible, right? It wasn't bad. Stop talking. Wait, who gets to play the game? At least he's being, like, nice. Oh, he did it. He did it, boys. Punch kill into the trap, into that kill, into more damage. Perfect. What a man. What a man. He won, but barely. I would say that was a little bit of a win by luck. That wasn't bad. Accuracy was lacking. There's one thing that annoys the shit out of me with Junkrats, and it's when they bounce on the ground to hit someone right in front of them. Right? They're just right in front of them and they bounce it off the ground to try to hit them. This just slows the shot down. Maybe if you throw it in there every once in a while, because if people are used to 1 second shots, like it takes 1 second for the shot to get here to here, and then essentially you change it up with the slow ball, right? It's like a change up in baseball. Then you make it like take 1.5 seconds to get there. So, yeah. Try to avoid that. He did that a couple, I'd say more than a couple times. But accuracy was average. We're not gonna even check minus. It was okay.
My genius
Skill
is
usage.
finally
We actually got a lot of subs. And hold on, let me pull up my notifications because I gotta call some people out. So, pow, Panzer Jedi with the sub. Hey, he's a new guy too. Thank you. Oh no, he's not. Sorry, I see it twice. He resubbed for 3 months. He says, thanks for helping me be a better Overwatch player. No problem, man. That's what these nights are for. And then we had Nuke Bro. Resubscribe for 2 months. Thank you. Thank you, Nuked. So yeah, so his accuracy is okay. What? Don't do these stupid bounce shots. I hate them. If you're ricocheting off a wall left and right, that's cool, but don't shoot in front of, like, don't play it like Hanzo. Like, God, don't be like Hanzo, guys. Don't be like Hanzo. His positioning was, at least on point 3, he was too much in the middle for my liking. Remember, as a long-range class, you don't have to be up in everyone's face. It helps accuracy, but your job is to shut down choke points. And if the cart is here, and they're coming out of a choke point here and here, this area is a choke point.
Aiming's overrated.
And, like, this area is a choke point. They can come out here for open ground, but that kind of puts them all in one area for your team easily to attack. And if you're up on the truck or far back, you can just easily...
Aiming's overrated.
These are the natural choke points, like, that appear. Let me do them in yellow. Like, there's this one, there's to the left of the cart here, to right of the cart, to this side right here, and then you have, like, this one. These are the high traffic areas that essentially get created because of this. Yeah. I usually aim for corners, just for the lowest amount of visibility for the enemy.
My genius is finally recognized.
Oh, and it is Meatwad 555 for the 4-month resub. He says, looking forward to the next time you watch Team Chro scrim. Well, thank you. I do need to. So I was a little hard on Team Chro yesterday. I was a little hard. I was being a good guy. I finally got like a good match to watch what they're doing, and I kind of yelled at him for it.
Aiming's overrated.
That happens, but they'll learn from it now, right? Shame and embarrassment are really, really useful emotions. It takes a lot of people a long time in life, almost never. Some people never learn this. They never learn how useful those emotions are. And for you to better yourself if you're willing to, and using those emotions to your advantage, right? So, I was hard on you guys. That was an old gameplay. Well, good. You sounded so disappointed. At the end, I was a little pissed. I was like, why are you fuckers still on the point? Get the fuck off the point. And you're sitting right there with your back to the wall, and they got a Lucio. Or not to a wall, to the edge. And like, there's just like 4 of you back here, and they're attacking from that way, and there's like 3 choke points up here, and you're not doing shit. And I'm just like, get the fuck off the point, get up to the choke. So yeah. I was kind of losing my shit a little bit, but hey. Now you can be like, guys, we're better than that now. And I'd be like, alright, you are better than that. But if you're not better than that, I'm coming for you guys. You seem uncharacteristically disappointed at the very end. Yeah, that's when I was like, they were on the point, and I was just like, guys, get the fuck off the point. Get the fuck off the point! It's All Love says, I just picked up Overwatch recently and want to play Junkrat well. Said earlier that you pick up bad habits by playing with bad players. What's the best way to learn them in the right habits? I've been studying your replays, but I can't do a lot of what you can do yet. Playing with bad players doesn't build bad habits. Depending on a player to be bad builds bad habits. And that's what I mean by the whole play against the hero and not the player. Don't play against what the player can do with the class. Play what the hero is capable of. At lower ranks, the most obvious example, I always say it, is Widow. You can... Honestly, if I went up against a Silver Widow, I could probably double Mind Jump, interface, kill her with punches. And I'd be like, oh yeah, well that's something I can do on all Widows now. No, that's not the case. If you go in the air against the Widow, you die. Right? And it's because you're playing against a Widow that can't hit you, you're developing these bad habits against a bad Widow. The best way to do that is just play like, alright, I could get away with this, but I will choose not to build a better habit. Now, in the short run, you may lose SR, because you could punish clap people for being bad. Which is why aggression really works wonders at low SRs, and it helps you build SRs to a point, and then you hit this cap, and you don't understand this cap. And it is because you built a bunch of bad habits by playing against bad players. And depending on them being bad. So you'll see a shit ton of people get capped at 25 to 3k SR. And they just can't go past that because they're like, I'm not doing anything wrong. I've won a bunch of games like this. I'm going to keep winning games like this. And they're just, they've capped themselves. They can't get any higher. What you have to do is you have to put SR in the back, way back there. And then just be like, all right, I'm going to do this. I recognize I could take advantage of this, but I'm not going to. I'm going to try to build a good habit and do it this way instead. At the same time, if you lose, don't be like, well, if I wanted to, I could whoop your ass, you know, but I chose not to be a better person. I'm a better person, so I'm leaving here. Even though I lost, I'm a better person. It's just like,
Timing's overrated.
Don't fucking take... That's like the pseudo high ground. That's like the social justice warrior shit. Like, just do it. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. Just know that in the end, you're going to get better. Fairly new to Overwatch, been away from shooters for 10 years, and due to time, stumbled upon you from your Overwatch talk, and just a thanks for the work. Oh, thanks. And a thanks for the work you put in all. This definitely helps get rid of the rust from all the using that play. Yeah, no problem. That's why Widow wrecks at low SRs, because no one at that low SR respects her. Yeah, and if you have a good Widow, he kills everyone. Anyways, we were reviewing a man. Back to here. So his accuracy was okay. Don't do the bounce shots. At least the ground bounce shots. Positioning, I like... Oh, this is just me. This is my preferred method. I like to hold corners. I like to hold choke points, and I like to hold corners. Why? Because that's what is Junkrat's strong suit. He has 5 shots in a clip. That means you do burst damage. Someone like McCree also has, 6 shots in a clip? He has high burst damage. Now, someone like Soldier has 25 shots in a clip. He kind of has burst damage, but at the same time, he doesn't. He has to stay exposed for all of these shots to get all his damage in. While Junkrat McCree can like pop out for a half a second and do a significant little burst of damage. This is why I like corners. I can duck and weave, and I can play my game, my strong suit, right? If I only stay visible for 0.5 seconds, Soldier can do 20 damage to me, up to 40 if he headshots me. And, you know, Helix Rocket, that's a different story. But I can do 120 to him, right? That's a great trade for me. Also, with corners, and if it exposes other corners, like, I can bank shot off walls and stuff, right? It's just favorable for me not to be seen and know where they're at. Yeah. But because of the larger clip size, and this is true across all heroes, the larger the clip size, usually the longer they need to stay visible to hurt you. Look at Orisa. He needs to stay visible for a pretty long time. Bastion. At range, he still needs to do a pretty long time. This is why they increase his clip size from 20 to 25. So he doesn't have to reload as much, so he can essentially get more damage in with his armor. Who else has large clip sizes? I guess Lucio, he has to stay exposed for long, but he has mobility on his side. Ana just needs to be exposed to heal her teammates. She has 10 shots. It's still getting on the larger side. Sombra, there you go. Diva, yeah, a lot of tanks have to do that. Sombra, Tracer, yeah, she has to actually stay exposed for a fairly long time. It's the fact that she has to blink around and around and around and stay alive that either she A, has to hit all her headshots to get someone done, or someone killed, or just has to try to outlast them. But after she burns up her mobility and she's just a sitting dark, she's pretty much dead. Tracer is a small clip. Tracer's weird. It's very quick reload, very high burst damage. But she has to constantly stay out there to do the damage. Right? It's not like a McCree where she can go around the corner for a half a second and pretty much 1 or 2 shot someone.
Ah, aiming's overrated.
So, yeah. But this is just a fundamental of Overwatch. The bigger the clip, usually the longer they have to stay exposed to deal the damage. So as a Junkrat, I like to hold corners. He tries to nose up a lot, and there's a time and a place, and when I mean nose up, like, he just fucking dives right into the middle of something. I like to stay on the flanks. Again, that is a Junkrat strong suit. I like to make choke points at distances. I like to use the environment to my advantage, this type of stuff. I like to use my long distance to my advantage. At the same time, you do have to know how to play short range, but definitely use the environment to your advantage, and that's positioning. So positioning was alright. Watch nosing up. You may be able to get away with that shit at lower ranks, but at higher ranks, you're going to get 2-tapped by the McCree. Or by a fucking soldier. They can kill you pretty goddamn fast, too.
Ah,
I think
aiming's
McCree is
overrated.
worth maining next season. McCree's always good. McCree is worth playing this now. He's a good hero. Logistics-wise... So first of all, action and logistics, trap more. Trap. Just fucking use it. My biggest gripe on almost every single Junkrat player I meet doesn't use trap enough. Just use it. When you dive into combat and they're below you, trap. That's all there is to it. As for his logistics, your mine jumps are a little bit sloppy. Have somewhat of a plan, even if the plan is, I'm just going to put all the enemies on this side of me.
Aiming's overrated.
So I'm going to jump this way. Right, that's a plan. That's better than just like, throw down a mine, fuck it, I gotta go somewhere. I know that does happen, that panic happens sometimes, and I said that even during the review, that it happens. You just gotta deal with it. But don't make all of your plans just fucking crazy like that. Reddit has been crying about McCree being bad. Well, because fucking Reddit's a bunch of dumbasses. They are. Reddit, dumbasses. McCree is less reliable than Soldier? It depends if you suck or not. If you're good, he's pretty dependable. Especially with the stun, his flashbang. Also, his ult's very dependable, right? Information. I think there's a couple times he didn't know someone was coming around. He didn't pay for it. I think a soldier was on his 6 a couple times. It wasn't terrible, but definitely something to keep in mind. I mean, he is a low SR, so it's nothing I'm worried about there. As for what I want him to work on, I want to see him attacking up the middle less. That's, I think, my biggest concern, because he's getting away with a lot of shit by diving in and living, and he's still doing some work during this time, but he's getting lucky. That is essentially the bad habit I see him building right now. And it's because people are bad at that skill level. Again, he can pull this off and they can win with it, but at the same time, as you get higher up, you're not going to be able to get away with it, and it's just going to impede your improvement there. This is the bad habit I see for you. Actually, now that I think about it, it's actually a glaringly bad habit, and that will cap you in the long run. So nip it in the butt now. in the bud, I should say. Nip it in the bud. While it's before it's blooming. And hopefully, it may slow your SR gain at first, but eventually I hope it will go up. But that's fixing a habit for you that works at low SR and doesn't work at higher SR. Essentially, if you do this now, if you let it go, you'll hit this plateau and probably you'll get pissed and you'll probably decrease. Are there any abilities that Torb can really take advantage of, similar to how Junkrat can make someone rush his position and find him away and overextend there? Torb lacks mobility to do anything like that, but Torb has a no fall off 70 damage gun. That's really strong. He also has a shotgun. That's pretty good. As for Torb bait and switch tactics, I would have to play him a bit more, but he has options at most ranges. It's just you have to burst damage it. You have to supplement long range damage with your primary, and you got to hope you get a couple meaty shots with armor to take any one-on-one close in. So I'll just end this here. Yeah, definitely work on nosing up. That's my biggest worry about this now. If you're nosing up, do it from behind a Reinhardt shield, or take a left and a right path and do it from there. Yeah, stick to a flank or stick behind your tank. I know sometimes it pays to just do something fucking wacky like that, but they saw you do this wacky shit over and over and over, and they never punish you for it, and that's why I say it's a bad habit. So we go on to the next one, but there is a question